year's playoff, the LSU Tigers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Rice. He's got a lot of confidence to bring that ball out of the end zone, but it didn't work out this time, out of bounds at the 16. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now it's 2nd and long. Trying play action. Makes the grab. It's Parker. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent. But there's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year, David. So why not start early right here in week 1 and come shooting out of the cannon?
Shooting out of the cannon with a start that everybody gets to look at, see how good you are. And that first impression is really big, right? Like, you can start climbing quickly and really get a high marks in people's heads if you can start the season on a great note.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Got it behind the line. It's Green. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You want to stop the run game, you get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you're described with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Gonna let it fly. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game, opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Looking for room. It's McClure. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that...
There he goes. He's at the touchdown Greenway. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
This option play puts so much stress on a defense because if the pitch guy ends up getting the football, there's usually only one defender left to make the tackle. If that guy doesn't get him down, he's gone. And that's what you just saw in that play.
He'll bring it out. It's Rice. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Lewis wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Mary. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Complete to the left. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger. That is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud, Reese, and be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. The give to the tailback. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the misconnection on third down.
Third and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity for the defense. An opportunity on 4th down to get off the field, see some of this momentum, give it back to your offense. They just could not bring him down before the sticks.
The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, and they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
It'll be 3rd and long. Lewis to throw. Rushes on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Looking to convert, LSU comes to the line on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Tulane.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the DB right with him to knock it away. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. On the option. He'll toss it. And that one will go and reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This should be the last play of the quarter. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Lets it fly deep downfield. That pass is incomplete, but this has been a period in which the offenses have shined. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period, 1st down here. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
On the run, it's Berry. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. And the Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, 1st down.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. At the 35, he's open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. He's now up to 58 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Right back to the well. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Lewis wants to pass. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Florida State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Georgia. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Quarterback making checks. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He lofts one down the sideline. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater. And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to go up top on first down. He's looking deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Give to the running back. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there has been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the catch. It's Hayes. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. The offense changing the play. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They'll move the wide receiver. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's going to take off.
Well, as soon as he got outside the pocket, the defense smelled blood in the water. Everybody started pursuing it. How about the big hit on the QB outside the pocket? At that point, he's a runner. He's not getting protected anymore. Nice job. He felt that one.
Lewis to throw. Under fire. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Parker. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. Looking to throw on 1st down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Snagged in the middle. It's Parker. Breaks into the open. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. They'll throw it from the red zone. Buys a little time with his feet. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions and big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Lewis wants to pass. Using the quick game. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll move the tight end. With jet sweep pass. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Quarterback may change this route. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw again. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and you can tell the quarterback breaks a little bit, and he starts moving and tries to throw a little bit across his body. And why is that dangerous? You're not accurate. You're not accurate with the football when you do that, and you could tell it wasn't close to being a completion. He's got to do a better job setting his feet, making a clear, concise, good throw.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot. They're not able to come away with the completion.
The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long.
Get set, get set.
From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Smith. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. Quarterback making adjustments. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The officials move it 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Now they'll run the draw. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Turning it on! They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the 1st down marker.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Eighth play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tulane.
This is a running back who is versatile. His catching ability really helps this offense out vertically down the field. And you saw it on that play on the wheel route. That wasn't just a screen or a swing. They got him faking going to the flat, turning up the sideline for a touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Florida State is just getting crushed today, and this is in front of a full house in Tallahassee. There are children there, folks. They should not be subjected to this. They're trailing by 17 to Georgia. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Berry. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
Hey, he barely got the ball and just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Lewis to throw. Going for the big play. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing on some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. On his way back from the 20. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. The option look. He'll toss it. Oh, he's got some space. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Tulane using that big run to generate momentum. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Smith. Moving to the line, facing second and short. From the gun, running back on the move. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Rice. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Wants to pass. Fears the pressure. Quarterback gets past the marker. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? LSU quick to the line.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing...
There he goes! Touchdown, LSU! He got a step and just dusted the field.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third.
That time begins at 21 apiece.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. He wants to change this route. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This will be the final play of the third quarter with just one tick left on the clock. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Makes the grab, it's Hayes. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. They fought tooth and nail through three, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. unloads to the wideout. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game.
This game right now is hanging in the balance. It's tight, it's close, tied here in the fourth quarter. One play can change everything, and that was a throw that the quarterback wishes he could have back.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it, and trying to complement the defense's good work by breaks into the open. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. LSU right back to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Lewis to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Caught near the sticks. It's Watkins. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. The Tigers are marching down the field. Snagged out of the air. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Parker. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a fourth quarter lead, but they don't want to leave too much time on the clock for an answer. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and goal. That's room for the quarterback. Touchdown, Tigers! They move on top here in the 4th.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15.
Here we go.
Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's McClure. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Creates a little space. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Turning it on. At 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Green Wave. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He'll bring it out. It's Rice. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. In this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Berry. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the snap, it's Carr. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Reels it in down the left side. He's loose. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, it's nice to be an offensive coordinator when you have this offense because you can just call a couple plays, do what we need to do, make big plays, go down the field, put points on the board. This offense, man, they putting drives together like this could be a scary unit.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Memphis needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Bluff City behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Kansas. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now 3rd down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
Tulane now facing 3rd and forever.
42 Spider.
Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down. The defense coming out to protect the lead, but this offense still has plenty of time, likely their final drive. They send the tight end in motion. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Buys a little time. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Well, they're running 4 verticals down the field, and the quarterback's just hoping one of those matchups can win. But you got to give the defense credit. They were ready for it on the back end, and that is a massive interception late in this game with the score so close.
Huge interception. The 2-minute drill a lot of times decides the football game. And this defense, man, you could tell they were ready for 4 verts. They played deep. They read the quarterback's eyes. They break on the football, and they probably end this football game.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Lewis wants to pass. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And that is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Well, the kicker had a chance to ice this game if he makes it, but he knocks it off the upright. You still got a 1-possession game.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Got a man. It's Kearney. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. The give on the option. Oh, he's got some space. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Really nice 1st down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Man, they wanted that lead to go for it, and it paid off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Lewis to throw. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Now the play fake. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense. And I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go. So you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep. And don't let anyone get behind you.
Pulls it in. It's Hill. He gets the clock stopped. Goes out of bounds with 25 ticks to go. First down.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. To the air on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Man, what a great play by the defender there. Big-time players make big plays in big games, and against an outstanding wide receiver one-on-one, he's able to knock the ball away and force an incompletion late in the game with everything on the line.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got it at the 30. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the run, it's Jackson. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. They go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. They have taken the lead in the final seconds, guys, and the celebration has erupted on the sideline. That last field goal looks like the game winner if they can keep them from getting in field goal range here right at the end. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's McClure. I don't know what he possibly could have been thinking there to wind up all the way back in the end zone and taking a safety. What a show both of these teams put on today. A couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.